today we are using Bernoulli's apparatus for verifying Bernoulli's theorem. Daniel Bernoulli was a Swiss mathematician and physicist. His name is commemorated in the Bernoulli's principle, an example of conservation of energy. It is written as V square by 2 plus Gz plus P by rho is equal to constant, where this V square by 2, as you know, is kinetic energy, Gz is potential energy, and P by rho is flow energy. So, this is constant. The equation can also be written as P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1 equal to P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2, where 1 and 2 are two locations along a streamline. So, Bernoulli's theorem states that the total energy at any two sections in a flow along a streamline, total energy is constant. So, for verifying this, we need velocity. For a horizontal pipe, Z1 is equal to Z2. So, we can just cancel Z1 and Z2. So, what we require? We require this first term and second term. So, the second term involves velocity. So, that velocity we can calculate. This P1 by rho g, this is known as pressure head, which can be determined with the help of piezometers easily. We can calculate velocity. So, using this P1 by rho g, V1 square by 2g, we can calculate total energies at 6-7 points, and we can verify that all these values are constant. So, for the calculations, we are using a rectangular measuring tank. So, the level difference in the rectangular measuring tank R1, R2, we can measure this difference in meters. Cross sectional area of rectangular tank is known. So, that cross sectional area multiplied by change in height of liquid in the rectangular tank, we can calculate that, and we can measure time required for this level difference. So, this area multiplied by level difference is in meter cube divided by time is second. So, this gives Q flow meter cube per second. This flow is constant at all sections. Therefore, if we require velocity at any one section, we can divide this flow by cross sectional area at that location, and we get velocity at that location. This is the observation table. We are controlling the flow. Therefore, as the flow changes, this R1 and R2, one level is kept fixed and the other level we can measure, and time required for that we can measure. So, we can control flow and we can read various values of these levels and time, and correspondingly all these piezometer readings. This H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6 and H7 are piezometer readings. They are indicating pressure head. So, this is experimental setup. This is storage tank, and this is a pump which pumps water from this tank and supplies to this overhead tank. There is bypass wall. So, we can control amount of water going to this overhead tank, and some part is returned to the main tank. This is a rectangular tank of known cross sectional area, and it is fitted with a glass tube for measuring the level difference in this tank using this scale. So, this overhead tank is connected to a conduit test section of varying cross section. So, if you see, it is a transparent tube, then a convergent portion, then a divergent portion, and again a cylindrical tube. So, this is known as convergent divergent section. So, in all there are 7 test points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, there are 7 locations to which these piezometers are connected. So, we can measure pressure head at these 7 points, and we can control this flow of water using this flow control valve. So, in this case, normally the water flowing through this test section is transferred to this tank, but for measurement of flow, we are changing this position and the water is allowed to fall in this test section, so its level rises, and that level rise for some particular time using stopwatch, it is noted, from which we can calculate flow rate. By knowing flow rate and these 7 locations, all these 7 locations areas are available from the manufacturer's catalog. So by dividing this flow rate calculated by the cross sectional areas at 7 test sections, we can calculate velocity at these 7 locations. Now you can see that this test section is horizontal, means if we take reference, then this Z1 is equal to Z2. So potential head is same at all locations, and so that we can cancel Z terms. Now the initial level of water in this measuring tank is 5 centimeters. I am allowing this water to flow into the tank for 30 seconds. So reading after 30 seconds is 16 centimeters, 1/6. Now the piezometer readings, this is H1, so H1 is 26.4, this H2 is 25.8, this H3 is 24.2, then H4 is 19.7, then H5 is 21.2, H6 is 22.9, and H7 is 23.7. So this is because when it is flowing through convergent section, velocity increases, velocity head increases, therefore pressure head decreases, and we get drop in piezometer reading. In the divergent section, velocity decreases, so pressure increases, therefore pressure head increases, and we get increase in the reading in the piezometer tube for divergent section. So for this first set, we get R1 we are maintaining constant 5 centimeters for all the readings. For 30 seconds, we get R2 equal to 16 centimeters. Then the piezometer readings H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, H7 as indicated. So this is one set of reading. By adjusting flow, the experiment is repeated for 2 or 4 more sets, and the quantities are calculated, that is P by rho g plus V square by 2g. Thank you.